everybody, this is Brad Nessler. With me, as always, Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit. It's going to be cold out there today for the Texas A&M Aggies and the Kansas State Wildcats. It's just about the midway point of the college football season, and these guys from the Big 12 are raring to go. And here come the Wildcats. Neither team seems to have an advantage in this game. Kirk, how about your prediction?
Texas A&M knows all too well about playmakers as they have one of their own at the running back position. This guy's got way too much talent to be contained. Lee, I think he'll lead them to a close victory.
Okay, you ready for my pick? Texas A&M will be too much today.
Texas A&M has the ball teed up, and we're ready for kickoff. He kicks it. Number 10 fields it in the end zone. He jukes. He made a good cut upfield, got a few blocks. They were able to come up with a decent return.
That looked like a breakdown in kickoff coverage. Instead of staying in their lanes, they all started sprinting to the football.
That's exactly what happened. You can't do that.
Kansas State comes to the line with 3 wide. Webb on first down. Across the middle. The ball is tipped, and the corner got in there and broke that one up. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. Webb lines up with 5 wide out. Back to pass. Throws. It falls incomplete, and he overthrew his wide receiver.
I don't know too many 7-foot guys playing football, so maybe he should aim lower the next time.
3rd and 10. Ball on their own 36.
36-yard line.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. Webb drops back to pass. Batted ball. Oh, he had the pick, and he dropped it. Wow.
Not a smart pass.
He thought he could squeeze it in there, I guess.
Now, the next time he does that, he better be ready to make a tackle. They'll pick him off if he's not careful.
Looks like they're going to punt it away here.
Mobley back to return.
Number 20 punts it, and it's a good one. Mobley takes it to 21. The offense heads out onto the field for the first time.
And with their defense forcing the punt, it allows them to have a shot at getting the first points on the board.
This quarterback is the leader of this team, but he's going to need some help from his offensive line today as they go up against a very good pass rush.
You got that right, Brad. He's the focal point of this offense, and the defensive line knows it. They're going to be coming after him hard today.
When you're as good as this kid is at playing quarterback, there's definitely a bullseye painted on your chest. We'll see how he handles the pressure.
Let's take a look at how these guys have done on offense so far this year.
Well, they've done pretty well, my friend. They're in the top 10 in the country.
These guys have been putting on an offensive clinic all year long.
Throws, and it's the senior. Williams with a takedown. So the defense kept everything in front of them on that play.
They didn't pick up much on that play, but if they keep dumping it off like that, the safeties are going to have to creep up. When you force the safeties to play shallow, it opens up a whole other passing game. That's when you hit them with the home run.
High formation here. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Wants to throw outside. Oh, he had a shot at the pick. They just couldn't capitalize on the bad pass.
Yeah, I thought the defender had it, but he couldn't get the pick.
The They line up to punt this one away. He gets it off. Number 16 fields it at the 30. This defense did a good job on the last series. They forced the offense to go 3 plays and out.
And now they're looking to build off of that and shut them down again right here.
They'll take over at the 30-yard line. Webb comes to the line with 3 wide. Makes a move. And down he goes. A nice 6-yard gain by the tailback there.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Second and 4. Ball on the 36-yard line. High formation here. Handoff up the middle. Juku. Bryant brings him down. Picked up a first down on that carry.
Yeah, a good job up front by the offensive line. They picked up some nice blocks to allow that back to get in there for some extra yardage.
Kansas State sets up in the I. They'll run the option. Big opening. They'll bring him down.
Well, on the run. 9-yard gain on the play.
It's second down and 1 to go. Ball on the 50.
50-yard line.
The Wildcats go with the I formation. Nice play fake. Throws this one out to the right. Brown with a takedown.
I like the defense that was called. They just didn't make the play on the ball.
You're right. It wasn't necessarily bad defense. The offense just executed, and the result is a first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. Webb with 3 wide receivers. Tries to shoot. He might have a chance. Oh, man, did he take a hit. And the halfback ripped off a nice gain there to get him the first.
Hey, this kid's a good-looking back. Let's see if they go to him again.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line. Kansas State comes out with an I formation. The lateral. He's into the open field. McDaniel brings him down. And that was a nice run. Kirk, that was a great job by that big offensive line.
Yeah, it really was, Brad. And also, a nice read by the ball carrier to find that running lane.
When you break one like that, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
Kansas State hasn't been very successful this season with their red zone attempts.
No, not at all. When they get inside the 20, they always seem to throw a pick, fumble the ball, or commit a penalty. Everything but put points up on the board.
Good-looking run as the halfback found the end zone.
He sure did. Took the head up and boom. Hello. Touchdown.
And he hits the PAT. This drive summary is brought to you by Pontiac. Number 20 looks ready to kick this one off.
Mobley back deep to return.
Kicks it off. Lewis takes it from the 6. There's a fumble, and they fall on the loose ball. They'll start this drive at the 27.
Texas A&M Aggies take over at the 27-yard line. First and 10.
The Aggies line up in an I formation. McNeil, little toss to the right. Throws it to the outside. Found his man. And they tackle him. I don't think anyone saw that one coming, especially the defense, and that trick play goes for a huge gain. First and 10. Ball on the 40. McNeil is back in the gun. McNeil on first down. He's looking. Throws this one out to the right. The ball is tipped.
I'll tell you what, Kirk, if that receiver doesn't get more aggressive, this defense is going to be knocking the balls down all game long.
You're absolutely right. That was a heads-up play by the corner, but it would have never happened if the receiver would have come back to the ball instead of waiting for it to fall into his lap.
McNeil has 4 receivers lined up here. Wants to throw outside. And they couldn't hook up on that one. And that pass falls incomplete because it was deflected.
That's great defense right there, Brad. That's something the coaches always remind their players to do. Get a hand up in the face of the quarterback.
Third and 10. Ball on the 40. The Aggies line up with 5 receivers. He drops back. He steps up, looking. He's going right. Another catch.
That's how you convert third down, sweetheart.
That was a good-looking play, wasn't it, Coach?
Oh, yeah, this offensive coordinator must have seen something in the defense he really liked.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line. Texas A&M sets up in the I. Straight ahead with the fullback. Campbell with a takedown. 3 yards there on the play.
3-yard gain on the play.
Second and 7 coming up here. This is the 6th play of this drive. The Aggies come out in the ace formation. McNeil off the fake. Throws it out there. Got an opening. Sims brings him down. A gain of 6.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Texas A&M will line up in a jumbo set here. There's the play fake. Waits till the last moment.
Good job there by the defense to get a hand on it.
It was, Kirk, but when you're going out for a pass and the ball is in the air, you need to go after it and come down with it. You just can't watch the defender bat it down.
4th and short, and they're going to go for it. A little juke. Klein with a takedown. So on 4th down, they run it, and they pick up just enough for the first.
Just enough is right. Not a whole lot of running room down there.
Yeah, it's a good thing they didn't need a lot of room.
McNeil is back in the gun. McNeil back to throw. Campbell with a monster hit. The defensive end just put on a clinic that time.
You know, they might want to double-team this guy with the back the next time they pass.
Double team. After that play, they might have to triple team this year.
The Aggies line up with 3 receivers bunched. No shake and bake move. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield. On the 12, and they can smell the goal line. The Aggies come out in the shotgun. Looks. Across the middle. He ignores the footsteps and makes the catch. Looked like the linebackers bid on that play fake.
I didn't even know the quarterback had the ball. That's worth a yoke.
They're going to go for the easy three here. He gets it up, and it is good. Time to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. And remember, the good folks at Pontiac have been bringing you fuel for the soul since 1926. Texas A&M to kick. Decent kick, looks to be returnable. Number 10 fields at the goal line. At the 30, at the 40, across midfield, at the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And they're going to bring this one all the way back. Touchdown! How about that return?
Great effort there by the returner, reading his blockers and evading the tacklers. And the results? 6 points.
And he tacks on the extra point. Under a minute now in the first quarter. And the score, Kansas State 14, Texas A&M 3. Number 20, ready to kick.
Mobley back to return.
Kicks it off. Lewis fields it in the end zone. The defense was able to keep him out of the end zone on their last possession, but the offense did pick up 3. They'll get the ball here at the 18-yard line. Texas A&M lines up with 3 receivers. Here's a little draw play. Campbell tackles him for a loss on the play. A loss on that one as he couldn't get past those big linemen.
You got that right. They sacrificed their bodies in there and stuffed him.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 18-yard line. High formation here. The option. Now he pitches it. Tackle. A pickup of 4 on the play.
Gain of 4 on the play.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter with our score. Kansas State 14, Texas A&M 3. Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball on the 22-yard line. Texas A&M comes to the line with 3 wide. Back to pass. Steps up. Here he goes! And now he's going to run. Brought down. So they convert on 3rd down.
Yep, not exactly the way they drew it up, but I think they'll take the first.
No question. The defense did a nice job of covering the receivers, and there was nowhere for the quarterback to throw it. He did a good job of just tucking it and running.
The impact player at running back is in the zone right now. McNeil on play action, and he's going to come up with a sack. Now that's some heavy pressure.
It all starts with the battle up front. I don't care how good your receivers are or how explosive your running backs are. If you can't control the line of scrimmage, then it's tough to move the football.
I agree, Coach. And the thing is, this quarterback can make some plays for you if you give him enough time back there to throw.
Well, it looks like he's going to have to figure out how to make plays without time.
Texas A&M comes out in the shotgun. Short toss. Has it to the senior. Archer brings him down. They pick up nice yardage there on the pass.
15-yard gain on the play.
The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. If anyone can force a turnover right now, then it's the man at linebacker. Alexander gets the carry. Didn't get anything.
No gain on the play.
this one away. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. Number 16 takes it to 23. The offense ready for the first play of this drive. They moved the ball extremely well on their last possession on their way to the end zone. They'll go to work at the 27. They line up in the shotgun. They'll throw on first down, and he dropped it. Dropped by the wideout.
Dennis, the intended receiver on the play.
In second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 27. The Wildcats line up in an I formation. Webb, little toss to the right. And now he's going to throw it. So we get to see his arm, and he gets it out there for a first down off the trick play. First and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. Webb lines up in the shotgun. Webb set to go to the air. Steps up in the pocket. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
5-yard loss on the play.
Texas A&M has one of the top defenses in the nation. Have a look at the stats.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this whole defense seems to be full of All-Americans.
No doubt about it. These kids are the real deal, my friend.
He drops back.
Dennis, the intended receiver on the play.
Third and 15 coming up. This is the fifth play of this drive. The impact corner is in the zone right now and looking to take away half the field. Drop back 4 yards on that one.
Fourth and long. Ball on the 29-yard line.
They line up to punt this one away.
Mobley back deep to return.
He gets it off. And it's out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard
The
line.
defense did a good job against them the last time they had the ball, forcing the punt.
But remember, they had given up 22 yards before forcing that punt. They might not be so lucky this time.
6 DBs in the lineup. McNeil running the option, pitches back. Baldwin with a takedown. They grab 8 yards there.
Ball carrier, gain of 8 on the play.
Second and 2. Ball on the 42.
42-yard line.
Texas A&M goes with the ace set here. Texas A&M lines up with 3 receivers. Drops back to pass. Looks like he's going to run. And now he's got room to run. And that one's going to drive the defensive coordinator absolutely crazy.
This kid is so dangerous. Brad, you're exactly right. The defense has to be sitting there asking themselves, how are we going to stop this guy?
Kurt, stop this guy. How about slowing him down first?
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice red zone, when performance matters the most. The defense looks confident as they held them to a field goal on their last red zone trip. He spins. Sims brings him down. 6-yard pickup.
Gain of 6 on the play.
The Aggies go with the I formation. The counter. Davis with a takedown. 3-yard gain by the running back.
3-yard gain on the play.
scrimmage. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they got it. They just got to the quarterback for the 4th time today.
This offensive line has to be able to protect the quarterback better. They're giving up sacks left and right.
The kicker lines up, hoping to bring them within 1 score. It's up, and it's good. Time to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. And remember, the good folks at Pontiac have been bringing you fuel for the soul since 1926. Number 10 already has 1 kick return that went for a touchdown. Let's see if they kick it to him again. Kicks it off. Number 10 fields it at the 3. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll take over at the 22-yard line.
We'll start the drive at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10.
Kansas State comes out in the shotgun. He keeps it. He's on the run. He jukes him, and he's hit hard. He had a whole lot of room to run on that one.
When the pressure's coming from the inside and the quarterback can escape the pocket, it usually means he's going to have some room to run.
1st and 10. Ball on the 38. Watch out for the man at wideout. He's feeling it right now. He might have a chance. Tackle. They go with the option and pick up the 1st down.
And that was just good instincts. You have to know when to pitch it or when to keep it.
Yeah, and in that situation, the quarterback knew he could pick up the first, so he kept it himself. Very good decision.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 49. One-man backfield. They keep it on the ground with a tailback. And he's tackled. Kansas State takes a timeout. It's 2nd down and 8 to go. Ball right around midfield. The Wildcats line up in an I formation. Webb hands it off. He can scoot. And down he goes. That was a pretty good run.
Incredible effort there, running the football by this guy.
First and 10. And this is the 5th play of the current drive. Webb comes to the line with 3 wide. He's looking. Wants to throw outside. And it's intercepted. And credit the safety with that last interception.
He knew exactly where the quarterback was going with the football. It's not always about athletic ability. You've got to be a smart player and know what's going on out there.
And that comes from breaking down film of the opposing offense and paying attention all week in practice. This safety was ready for today's game.
They'll start this drive at the 12-yard line.
At the 12-yard line. 1st and 10.
McNeil is back in the gun. Back to pass. He's going left. Incomplete pass. The gunslinger couldn't hit his receiver on that pass.
I wonder why. Could it have been because it was thrown in the next county?
Second and 10. Ball on their own 12. The Aggies come out in a 2 tight end set. Lewis gets it on the inside. Kansas State calls a timeout. Third down and 12 to go. Ball on their own 10. Texas A&M lines up in a goal line set. Inside handoff. He can scoot. And he just made it past the first down line.
Boy, big play there, Brad, on third down. Good job of running the football there.
Kirk, of course it always helps, doesn't it? If you got some good blocking up front.
First and 10. Ball on their own 24. McNeil comes to the line with 3 wide. McNeil on first down. Campbell comes away with a sack. Under relentless pressure, the quarterback goes down for the sack.
Those guys on defense are just pinning their ears back right now, coming in as fast as they can.
Well, in that case, the offense needs to sneak in a screen pass in there. Let him get behind the rush and then take off behind his blockers for 6.
They come out in a nickel. Here's the give. He jukes. They'll bring him down. Texas A&M takes a timeout. The defense will try to stop this third down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. Texas A&M will line up in a jumbo set here. They go with the run. And they make the stop. Texas A&M calls a timeout. It's first and 10. This is the 7th play of this drive. They line up in the shotgun. McNeil drops back on first down. Throws it to the outside. And that one's fallen incomplete. The ball is knocked to the ground.
Players use anything they can to get in the way of a pass.
So it's second and 10. Ball right around midfield. From the gun, McNeil drops back to pass. Wants to get it out on the screen. He's gobbled up in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard there. Texas A&M takes a timeout. They've been 2 for 2 on third downs in this drive, and they'll try to convert again here. McNeil lines up with 5 wide out. McNeil drops back. He steps up, looking. He wants it all, going long. The senior makes the catch. Hauls it in for the touchdown. And he hits the PAT. Folks, let's pause now as we've reached the end of the first half. Our score at halftime, Kansas State 14, Texas A&M 13. Kansas State will be kicking off to start the second half.
Mobley back deep to return.
Here's the kick. Lewis fields it in the end zone. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. It's first and 10, ball on the 17-yard line. They line up in an I. Lewis takes a handoff, and he's hit hard. 4-yard gain by the back.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Second and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 21-yard line. They line up in the shotgun. Tackle. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback.
1 yard gain on the play.
3rd and 5. Ball on their own 22. High formation here. They go with the option. And he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose yardage on that quarterback keeper.
Good penetration by this defensive unit, getting into the backfield and breaking up that play.
Texas A&M ready to punt this one away. Bean punts it, and it's a good one. Number 16 fields it at the 35, at the 40, inside the 30, to the 10. Goodbye! Kirk Herbstreit, what a fantastic play there.
Well, we warned the people earlier in the broadcast, this man is amazing. Excellent job of finding the seam and then the speed to take it to the house.
And he tacks on the extra point. Number 20 looks ready to kick this one off. We should have a return on this one. Lewis fields it in the end zone. There's a missed tackle. So the offense takes over, and the last time they had the ball, they had a tough time getting anything going. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. They'll bring in their dime package. McNeil to the air on 1st down. Got it to the senior. Nice little pitch and catch with a wideout.
The quarterback and receiver spend a lot of time together. The coaches say they stay after practice just working on their timing, and right there it paid off.
It's 2nd and inches. Ball on their own 44. Kansas State has all their DBs in for this 5-wide set. He's going right. Oh, he missed an easy catch.
Whoa, not too many passes are gimmies like that one.
3rd down, less than a yard. Ball on the 44. The Aggies line up in a goal line formation. They'll try to get the first on the ground. And they hit him in the backfield. That's not going to move the sticks.
This defense played some sound football out there and did a good job of not letting them get into any kind of rhythm.
4th and 2. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Texas A&M lining up the punt. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 7. One-man backfield. They go with a toss. And he throws it to his quarterback. Fumble, loose ball. And that was about the worst thing you could ask for.
Oh, that hurts. The worst thing that can happen. And now you've got to regroup and try to get back on the field for another set of downs.
The Aggies come to the line with their jumbo package. Nice play fake. End zone. So with under 5 minutes left in the third quarter, our score, Texas A&M 21, Kansas State 21. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Number 16,
and he got all of this one. Great kick. Number 16 fields it in the end zone. Makes a move. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
Clipping on the receiving team.
So they'll move back after that costly penalty, and they'll have to try to get that yardage back here. They'll set up shop at the 9.
Take over at the 9-yard line. First and 10.
Kansas State comes out with an I formation. They hand it off. Juke move, and he has room to rumble. What a tackle. That was going to be a touchdown. He got a really nice gain on that run.
I'm going to tell you, I think the defense needs to make some adjustments. Maybe move 8 or 9 guys into the box. Coach, maybe they can slow this running game down.
You're right, Kirk. Heck, I could run through those holes.
First and 10. Ball on the 31. Webb comes to the line with 3 wide. They get it out there on the toss. And now he's going to throw it. Fumble! Now the quarterback has the ball. Well, they avoided a turnover right there.
Man, oh man, that was a close one. Good thing that kid was paying attention and fell on the football.
It's second down and a long ways to go. Ball on the 21-yard line. Kansas State goes with the ace set here. Webb drops to throw. He's rolling left. Throws this one out to the left. The defense needed that one.
How about the move here by this cornerback? Great play that time, getting a hand on the football.
Third down and long coming up here. Ball on the 21. They'll bring in their dime package. Webb back to throw. Looks, steps up. The ball came free. Scooped up by the defense. They'll bring him down. So the defense comes away with a big, big turnover.
Ouch! The quarterback is really going to hear it from his coach now. He should not have fumbled that football.
Those bother me more than interceptions because at least on an interception, you're trying to give your receiver a chance to go after the football. There's no reason to fumble the football as a quarterback. Your job is to move the chains. That would really hurt.
Let's see if they can get it in for the touchdown. McNeil steps back to pass. To the end zone. The tight end scored that time, and with authority.
Brady's a physical football player, but he's also got the finesse to make a big impact in the passing game.
And he hits the PAT. So with less than 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, the score is Texas A&M 28, Kansas State 21. Texas A&M lines up for the kickoff. Number 16 and number 10 back to return. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Number 10 fields it in the end zone. The last time they had the ball, they gave it away on the fumble.
The old ball coach was not too happy about that either. I'd hate to see that if it happens again.
They'll go to work at the 19-yard line.
First and 10.
The Wildcats come out showing 3 wide, tries to juke, and they make the stop. The offensive line got a really good push there, allowing the back to pick up 9 on the play. 2nd and 1 coming up here. Ball on their own 28. They come out with 3 wide receivers on the ground, up the middle. There he goes! McDaniel brings him down, and that one goes for a big, big first down.
You know, every time you run the ball successfully like that, that defense starts to creep up a little bit. That's when you go to the air, my friend. Over the top.
First and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. The Wildcats line up with 3 wide. They snap it to the back. Brought down. The halfback picks up a yard.
1 yard gain on the play.
Second and 9 coming up here. Ball on their own 39. Kansas State sets up in the eye. Webb options out, fakes it, and he's going to lose yards on this one. And they stop him on the option.
Boy, that's a nice job here by the defender of getting into the backfield and breaking that play up.
Third and 11, and this is the 5th play of the current drive. Kansas State goes with the ace set here. Drops back to pass. He's looking. He rolls out to the right. Someone got a hand on it.
That's just good defense right there, Coach.
It was, Kirk, but you know what? It's all reaction. Anytime you're out there on defense and the pass is within arm's length away, you knock it down.
The Wildcats are lining up to punt it away. Number 20 gets it off. Mobley fields it at the 27, the 50, at the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Goodbye! Touchdown, Texas A&M. Where was the coverage on that play?
Well, credit to blocking here. They created a big enough lane for him to run through, and as they say, the rest is history.
And he tacks on the extra point. So with less than 2 to go in the 3rd quarter, our score, Texas A&M 35, Kansas State 21. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Texas A&M is lined up for the kickoff. Number 16.
Here's the kick. The offense comes back on the field, hoping to build off their last drive.
It's all about execution, my friends. We saw them move the football, but they were unable to move it when it mattered most.
Lee, I think you have to give credit to this defense. They tightened up when they had to, and they're going to look to do the same here.
Kansas State comes out with an I formation. Webb with the give, and they hit him in the backfield.
That blitz couldn't have worked any better for the defense or any worse for the offense.
2nd and 11. Ball on the 19-yard line. The Wildcats line up in an I formation. They go with a pitch to the right. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
Now that's what I'd love to see. a linebacker who plays downhill against the run. That guy knows exactly what the heck is going on out there.
It's 3rd down and 13 to go. Ball on their own 17. Ace backfield. Webb back to pass. Throws it to the outside. He juked him out of his shoes. The defense now has 2 interceptions in the ball game.
And that's 2 more than the quarterback wanted to throw. Now he's got to go back out there and play smarter football when the offense takes the field again.
You're right, Coach. The quarterback has to be able to put that out of his mind and act like it never happened.
Which one? First or second interception?
I say both.
They'll get the ball here at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10.
Texas A&M comes out with 2 tight ends. Tackled. He gets back to the line of scrimmage on the halfback toss.
On the play.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. Texas A&M comes out in the shotgun. He drops back. Looking. Throws it to the outside. Complete. And he's tackled. He ran a good-looking route and picked up positive yardage.
That he did, and he made a good catch. That short passing game is where you see all those hours in the summer that you put in pay off.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters the most. And this impact linebacker is fired up down there. Lewis gets another handoff, and he's taken down. Didn't get anything. So that brings us to the end of the quarter, and at the end of 3, our score, Texas A&M 35, Kansas State 21. Number 13 lines up for the field goal. The kick is up. And it sails through the uprights. Time to take a look at the drive summary. It's brought to you by Pontiac. Fuel for the soul. Number 10 is deep to receive, and look out, folks. He's looking to run another one back for 6. And they'll be returning this one. Number 10 takes it at the 4. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive. They'll start this drive at the 21-yard line.
At the 21-yard line. 1st and 10.
They'll work from the shotgun. He can scoot. Brought down. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 35. The Wildcats go with the I formation. Webb sets up the play action, and it's caught. Short pass there, and they get a moderate gain.
There's nothing wrong with nickel and diming him down the field.
And the secondary better be careful. This receiver wants to make a play. He's going left. Incomplete. Third down and 3 coming up. Ball on the 42.
42-yard line.
They come out in a nickel. Webb hands it off. Here's an opening. Brown with a takedown. How about that conversion on third down?
Good push here by the guys up front, and they are really starting to work hard in the trenches.
Let me tell you something. The biggest compliment you can give a coach is that his team is playing hard. And you're right. These guys are playing real hard right now.
1st and 10. This is the 5th play of this drive. Keep an eye on that cornerback down there. He has big play potential. And the blitz might have caused that sack, guys.
Yeah, the offensive line couldn't adjust to them sending the added pressure, and the result was a nice play for the defensive end.
You're absolutely right. Those big uglies up front didn't know who to block.
2nd down, and they got 15 for the 1st down. Ball right around midfield. Webb lines up in the shotgun. Back to pass. He keeps it. Carpenter brings him down. He must not have seen anybody open on that play.
Nobody open downfield, but he's got to be careful. I like his toughness, but those kind of hits are going to take a toll on him eventually.
Sometimes it's as simple as it sounds. Good defensive call there.
The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. Webb with 3 wide receivers. Webb drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He decides to run with it. Tackle. He made a real nice play on that one.
I'll tell you what, in today's game, you have to have the ability to run the football. Give the quarterback a lot of credit. He made a great play and really gave his team a boost.
1st and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. Webb lines up in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. He steps up. He's rolling right. Got it to his receiver.
Way to look it in. Nice catch.
Sure was. He displayed some great hands there. Now we're looking at a 1st down.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters the most. Their last red zone trip resulted in a touchdown. I don't expect this one to be any different. And he's drilled.
Oh, man. He'll feel that one in the morning.
That's called making a statement. When you get into the backfield like that and put somebody on their back, it really sends a message.
Second and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 20-yard line. They'll bring in their dime package. Here's an option, right side. He might have a chance. And they make the stop. He kept it himself and picked up a good-looking 1st down.
Another reason why I love the option. Just when you think he's going to pitch it, he cuts up the field and keeps the ball himself.
No question, Coach. Great execution and a good decision there by the quarterback.
They set up in an eye down by the goal line.
Watch for play action on this one.
On the ground with the tailback. Touchdown, K-State. 2nd touchdown there by the running back.
And you could tell he really wanted to get in on that one.
Yeah, he showed a lot of determination and heart on that run. That's a nice touchdown.
And he hits the PAT. Here's the drive summary brought to you by Pontiac. Kansas State is ready to kick it away. Decent kick, looks to be returnable. Mobley fields it at the 7. A scoring drive the last time out for this offense, and they'll huddle up for this drive. They'll take over at the 25. McNeil has 4 receivers lined up here. McNeil drops to throw. Looks. Lets it fly. Got it to the senior. Goodbye. Touchdown, Aggies. What do you think about that touchdown pass, Kirk? That was number 3, Herbie.
Well, patience is the key here, guys. What I'm noticing more and more about this guy is he's very patient with the ball, and it's resulting in some nice scores, just like we've seen today.
And he tacks on the extra point. So with just over 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, the score is Texas A&M 45, Kansas State 28. Number 10 is back ready to receive, and boy, has he been the game breaker on special teams today. Nice kick, plenty of distance. Number 16 fields it in the end zone. The offense ready for the first play of this drive. They moved the ball extremely well on their last possession on their way to the end zone. They'll go to work at the 17-yard line.
First and 10.
Webb with 3 wide receivers. Webb set to go to the air. He's looking. Throws it to the outside. He's got an opening. Across midfield. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10. Goodbye. The wideout makes a big catch there.
And whenever you have a receiver who can make plays like that, you just want to get the ball in his hands and let him do the work.
Listen up, my friend. That was a tremendous throw by the quarterback, too. Don't forget about the guys slinging the ball all over the field out there.
And he hits the PAT. So with less than 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, our score, Texas A&M 45, Kansas State 35. Kansas State lined up in an onside kick formation. Here goes. So the hands team does their job, and the onside is not successful.
When people talk about special teams winning football games, they're usually talking about blocking kicks and big returns. But the onside return team can be just as important. And right now, these guys may have sealed the deal with that recovery.
And it falls incomplete. Good time to bring the pressure.
Yeah, I like it, because even if you can't come up with a sack, just let the quarterback know you're coming and make him feel your presence. Sometimes that's just as effective as a sack.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 45. High formation here. McNeil on the option, and now he pitches it. Mack with a takedown. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Third and 8. Ball on the 43. McNeil comes to the line with 3 wide. McNeil on the option right. Bounces off the would-be tackler. Baldwin brings him down. 7-yard scamper on the keeper. They line up in the jumbo set. And off to the fullback. And down he goes. And they convert for the first down.
And Brad, the credit here needs to go to the offensive line. They did a great job of opening up a running lane for the back.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 32.
32-yard line.
They line up in an I. Alexander gets the carry. And he's hit hard. They'll give him an inch or two, if that. Second and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. High formation here. Lewis gets the call again. He's gobbled up in the backfield. Kansas State calls a timeout. Third and 11 coming up here. And this is the 7th play of the current drive. This defense better be careful. The quarterback is in the zone and really feeling it out there. He drops back. Down the middle. It's deflected. It falls incomplete. He's lucky that pass fell innocently to the turf.
Yep, total coverage on that one. Gotta pick his destinations better.
Another 4th down facing this offense, but they did convert earlier this drive. The Aggies come out in a shotgun. McNeil has his work cut out for him here. Wants it all, going deep. Brings it in, touchdown. And he comes up with his 2nd touchdown catch of the game right there.
Kirk, this kid is tough to stop.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. You try to keep tabs on him, but eventually he's going to find a way to get open.
I think you need a double team him.
And he tacks on the extra point. Let's take a glance now at the Pontiac drive summary. Number 10 already has one kick return that went for a touchdown. Let's see if they kick it to him again. Kicks it off. Number 16 fields it at the 3. Not a lot of trouble scoring the last time they had the ball. Let's see if that passing game does the trick again. They'll get the ball here at the 18.
18-yard line.
The Wildcats go with the I formation, rolling out to the right side. Throws. He's got the fullback. He ran a good route there and was able to pick up yards underneath the coverage.
It's okay to move the ball in small portions because it relaxes the offense. It can open things up for the big play.
Breaks one, and he's stopped behind the line. Excellent play by the defense that time as they swallowed him up before he got back to the line.
It's more like they devoured him. He had no shot of breaking clean.
Third down and 7. Ball on the 21.
21-yard line.
Webb with 3 wide receivers. Back to pass. Looking. Throws it to the outside. Brought down. Kansas State takes a timeout. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. Webb is back in the gun. Webb to the air on 1st down. And that one's fallen incomplete. The wide receiver wasn't able to hang on.
Well, you talk about a solid hit. This guy is a true enforcer.
Second and 10. This is the 5th play of this drive. Going with the shotgun here. Bad snap. Steps up. Throws this one out to the right. Complete. Newton with a takedown. The defense looked a little lost on that one, Kirk.
Yeah, they did, Brad. Nice recognition here by the quarterback to see that confusion and then take advantage of it.
The Wildcats line up with 3 wide. He's going right, and it's caught. Newton brings him down. Kansas State comes to the line with 3 wide. Throws. Complete. They'll bring him down. That'll be a gain of 3 yards.
3-yard gain on the play.
Webb comes to the line with 3 wide. Throws it to the outside. It's deflected, and the corner got in there and broke that one up. They line up for another 3rd down, and they've had no problem converting their first 2. They'll work from the shotgun. Webb back to pass. Looks. He tosses it short. And they couldn't hook up on that one. He overthrew his tight end.
I know the tight end has a little more height than the wideouts, but give me a break.
4th and 7. Ball on the 45-yard line.
The Wildcats are lining up to punt it away. He punts it. Newton signals for a fair catch, and it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. And this ball game's over. Kirk, what'd you think of this one?
You know, I think it was a well-played game for the most part. Kansas State probably feels they should have won this game, but they just didn't make enough big plays when they needed to.
We look forward to calling more games of NCAA Football 2006. But until then, our final score in this one, Texas A&M 52, Kansas State 35. For Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, and everyone at EA Sports,